We are now joined by Boise State football coach Spencer Danielson on 365 Sports with Craig and Paul, and I'm David Smoke. Coach, thank you very much for your time. When you look at where Boise State is after you're a part of the playoff and you played really well, and Ashton Jeanty getting all the attention, it's not the first time Boise has had success. Where would you say the program is now, in your opinion?
Yeah, God is good, man. We're in a good place, just like anything. And I tell our staff it's no different. Like we've had a lot of success over the past couple decades. Proud of what our team did last year. Now it's our job to continue to push it forward into even new heights. But I think we're in a really good place. And I think just like anything, you don't need to sell people on hope. You can show them what you've done, and now you got to find ways to do it better. And that's what I'm excited about, and focus on the process and making sure it doesn't take 10 years to get back to the next Fiesta Bowl. And that's what gets us fired up to come to work every day.
So you are approaching life without Ashton Jeanty, which I know is sad for everybody in Boise. But the other side of that coin is you could not have picked a better representative for the university and people to look and say, like, oh, wow. So the next stars like Ashton Jeanty are now there. Is that the yin and the yang you're dealing with now? And, yeah, he's gone, but now you probably have a new interest that you didn't have before.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just like anything, Ashton Jeanty's left a legacy of Boise State that'll ring for decades to come. I believe that. And there's guys that are coming to Boise State because they watched Ashton, and they want to be the next, or they want to be different like he was. They want to leave a legacy. I mean, just like anything, I miss him. I remember the first time we had practice and he wasn't out there. I called him, and you just miss him. He's had such an impact on my life and on our team's life, and he's just such a phenomenal young man that every moment you're around him, he impacts people. But we're excited to keep moving on. There's guys in our program that some people don't know about that they will. And they've been kind of buying their time, working their tail off. And now as people graduate and move on, just like Ashton, I'm excited for the next guys to step up. And for us, we're such a big high school-focused recruiting team. There's some young high school kids that have been working, training, maybe people don't know about, but I believe they will here soon.
In line with recruiting and things like that, I know sometimes when you have success, it might take a little while to see those sort of returns of that, but are you seeing early returns now when you're on the recruiting trail, or you're talking to boosters, or you're just even talking to the media? Have you kind of felt the effects of that run you guys already went on last year? Yeah,
we absolutely have, guys, and so thankful, and I give God all the glory for it. I mean, I'm so proud of where our team is and what our guys were able to do last season, and so you can feel it from the support. I mean, Bronco Nation, our fan base, I believe, is second to none. I mean, the support they have, the excitement they have for next season because of what happened this past year, the amount of, recruits now that want to be a part of this, because they've been able to see Boise State in a light that maybe they hadn't seen for the past couple of years, that you can truly have it all at Boise State. You want to go play in the playoff? We've done it. You want to get a chance to win the Heisman? You can do that here. And when they come on campus, then my focus is making sure they know that if you come here, I truly believe we will build you to be a champion on and off the football field. But the draw is there because of the success we had last season, and excited for it to continue to go.
He just picked up, and we knew he had won the Maxwell Award, but he was just at that. Was that like the last time you'll see him for a while as he gets ready for the draft, or is he working out in Boise, or is it in Florida, wherever, and what was that like?
Yeah, so I'm actually just about to see him here in about 15 minutes for the actual Maxwell Award ceremony. Good. So I flew out to Georgia today. So I'm going to see Ash here in about 15 minutes, and just can't wait to see him. I mean, I love him dearly. He's like a son to me. So we're going to get some time here, and then he's going to come out to our pro day at the end of the month to work out for, obviously, all the NFL scouts and be able to showcase his skills there. And then I'm going to see him at the NFL draft. So those are kind of the next really couple moments that we're going to get time together, and looking forward to every bit of it.
You guys are returning 7 starters on each side of the ball, right? Or 7 guys who did start at different times. Is that a nice jumping off point for the spring, given especially how rosters can turn over? You could have 22 new starters in today's college football if the wheel of destiny spins the wrong way to you.
No, there's no doubt. There's so much attrition in college football, and that's why I'm so proud of our staff, so proud of our players. I mean, we didn't lose any staff members this offseason. So you can hit the ground running fast, and a lot of them had opportunities to get other jobs. They wanted to continue to be a part of this. No different for our players. We got a really good group coming back. We obviously have some needs to fill, and there's some guys that I can believe step into those roles. So I think we're in a good place, and being able to hit the ground running. But just like anything, everybody at this time of year is talking about how great a season they're going to have. I don't think there's any coach in America in March is talking about a bad year is coming for them, you know. So it's our job to focus on our process and make sure that when the ball gets put down in September, we're ready to roll. And that's what you love about what we do.
Coach, I'm sure you've seen the various articles, comments by guys like Matt Rule about spring football and just various reasons why they're either not doing spring games or why things are just changing compared to maybe spring football of yesteryear. Have you approached spring ball differently? Is there anything you're looking to do that's maybe not as traditional, or is it pretty much just status quo as far as you're concerned?
Yeah, guys, we haven't changed much. I've done a lot of research to make sure, I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to be stuck in my ways, for lack of better words, but I believe in how we do things. And, we're going to have a spring game. I want our guys to compete in front of our fans and be able to have a day with their fans at the end of it. Like, that matters to me. And I also want to see our guys. I don't want it the first time some of our players that haven't played a lot, the first time they play in front of fans is when the nation's watching, game one. So I think there's just so many benefits to it. And so we're staying, very true to our model, obviously trying to continue to find ways to grow and evolve. But at Boise State, we really try to focus on being built different, not just for the sake of being different, but because I think everyone sometimes tries to fit in a mold that, okay, this is what college football is going, so you need to do these things, this is how you need to recruit, or this is how you need to handle spring ball. And for me, I'm like, no, if we believe in something, we're going to be different. We're going to do common things in an uncommon way. And one of those is spring ball. We're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to stay true to it. We're going to have multiple live scrimmages. We're going to have a spring game. Our guys are going to compete. And when we're done with spring ball, we're going to have a really good idea of our 2 deep going into summertime.
What was the moment like? You had been on the Boise State staff, but when there was a change and you got the job in November of 2023, which was not long ago, what was that moment like for you that it was your first head coaching opportunity?
Oh, fellas, it was a moment I'll never forget. You're going about your business. I was the defensive coordinator, and you're planning on, getting ready to play another game, and then, head coach gets let go, and right away you're put in a situation that you hadn't been thinking about. Mm-hmm. And did a lot of praying. I said, Lord, I trust you, and I made a lot of calls to guys I trust. Chris Peterson's a huge mentor of mine, and a couple others that I called and said, man, what's the best way to do this? And so went right to work, and our staff did the same. Our players did the same. And at that point, we had 2 games left in the season, and all I did was tell them, guys, I need 2 weeks. At the end of that, coaches are going to have to find jobs. Players, you guys might leave in the portal. I don't know how this is going to go, but grown men finish what they start. We got 2 weeks together, and, man, I was so proud of those guys. I mean, they went to work. Our coaches weren't getting their resume ready. They were getting ready to go win a game. And were able to go win 2 straight and then win a Mountain West championship and was able to get the job the next day. And just so thankful. I thank Jesus for those moments. And it's a dream job for me.
You guys are transitioning conferences after this year and moving into the Pac-12. Does that change anything of your pursuit, or is that more right now just administrative thing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we've been operating as a power program for a while. We get really good support. Our fan base are fill in the blank. But I think just where college football is evolving to, you need to continue to fight and scratch to put yourself in on the national stage. And a lot of times that is the conference you're in. So especially as a West Coast school, with the Pac-12, knowing that they were going to make a move. I know our AD, Jeremiah Dickey, does a phenomenal job making that jump. Just with anything, there's going to be unknowns. There's going to be hard things when you step out and challenge yourself, and change is hard. But we're very, very excited. Like, I believe in what that conference is going to be. I believe in the teams that are there. And honestly, I'm sure there's going to be a couple other teams once there's a lot of success in the Pac-12 that starts in 26 that will want to join as well. So really excited about it. In regards to the day-to-day changes, not much. Just like anything, it's a schedule. We play, obviously, we played Washington State, Oregon State, and almost all the schools in the new Pac-12 last season, and we're really successful. So we got an idea of what that's going to look like competition-wise. But I think in the long run, just for our program, for recruiting, from the media side of things, it's going to be, a huge deal for us going forward.
The college football playoff 12, you guys got a bye in the first round, and obviously you didn't win your opening game, but still you were in it, and it was fantastic to see you in it, Arizona State in it. We've seen Cincinnati or TCU get in that the four. In fact, TCU eventually got blown up by Georgia, but they beat Michigan in the semifinals. Do you feel like that the expansion is going to help schools that are not a part of that so-called country club or make it more difficult?
I think it's awesome, guys. I really do. And not just because I'm the head coach at Boise State, but I think for college football in general, what I felt last season is every game was a playoff game for us. I mean, we knew we lose on a last-second field goal to Oregon game 2, and everybody in our locker room knew we cannot lose another one. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not in question. And so every week you're about that. And that's similar for a lot of schools around the country is instead of only giving opportunities for maybe the 4 and those coming from certain conferences, I think it just opened it up for everybody knew the rules going into last season, how to give themselves an opportunity to make the playoff. And then as a competitor, all you want is an opportunity. All you want is a shot. And then you want to go out and be able to earn it. And I'm proud of our team doing that. I think that opens it up and makes college football more exciting for the fan experience. I think it makes it more exciting for teams. And I think it's something that's going to continue to keep our game in the spotlight that it needs to be.
Spencer Danielson, head coach at Boise State, with us on 365 Sports. The fact that you got as much publicity as you did with Ashton, but also with your run. Jeremiah Dickey, we know him well. He was here under Mack Rhodes. What is that value? Is it priceless, what you got the last couple of months of the season or even during the season or afterwards?
It's absolutely priceless. I mean, and me and Jeremiah Dickey have talked, and I'm going to be open about, Jeremiah Dickey, I believe in. I think he's the best athletic director in the country, and I'm not saying that just because he's my boss. I mean, you talk about a guy that anything we need, it's always going to be, we'll figure it out. We'll find a way. How can we do this together? I mean, the support I feel as the head coach and the amount of hurdles that I know he has to go through on a daily basis, but never loses stride, never loses confidence. And that feeling as a head coach, you can't put a price tag on that. And then especially what was, through November, the Mountain West Championship game, those moments for our university are priceless. I mean, we win the Mountain West Championship game against UNLV. Fox is on campus. We storm the field after winning the game. ESPN is in our building all day on Sunday for the selection show. I mean, those moments have the opportunity to change everything. And that's what I told JD after. I'm like, JD, we just changed everything, and we're going to push this to new heights because these moments are catalysts for that.
Last thing, and I know, and tell Ashton, we had him on multiple times throughout the last couple of 2 or 3 years. Tell him we said hi at 365 Sports. What are your thoughts about the automatic buys? And should Boise State and others still get an opportunity to be a part of that? Do you feel like they're trying to squeeze, not you out of the playoff, but out of that first round automatic, or at least automatic bid, and get the buy?
Yeah, good question. I've been asked that a lot, guys, and just like anything, to me, when everybody knows what the rules of engagement are, as a competitor, it's your job to go out and do it.
Yep.
Everybody knew to start the season, conference champions, whoever were the top 4 in that situation, were going to get buys. Like that's what it was. It wasn't like that was something that happened later on. But I think you have to put a premium on winning your conference championship. If you take that away, at some point now winning your conference championship becomes less, which I don't think it should. I think that's such a huge part of college football. Winning your conference championship is every FBS team's goal and should be. And then in addition to that, then you get an opportunity to have a bye in the college football playoff. To me, it makes a lot of sense, not just saying that because we were able to go through it. But I think whatever it is, as long as there's clear rules for it, then us as competitors, us as coaches, we got to go out and do the work and earn the right to in that bye or at least make the college football playoff. So I like the model. If it changes, as long as it gives every team in the country an opportunity, if they handle business to be in the playoff or have that opportunity, that's what I care about.
I love that you said, tell us the rules. We will figure it out. We know what we have to get done, so let's go do it. I love that. Thank you very much, Spencer. Thanks for your time. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. Been looking forward to chat with you guys. God bless you.
Yes, sir. Spencer Danielson, head coach at Boise State.